getting hotter, so by 11, it'll be, we didn't complete until later, but at least for the most part. And it was actually really, really nice, and a few people from the library, I don't think they're here today. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, you had your hat on, that's what you
Yes, and
you
glasses.
threw me off. Well, you wanna share from you being at the class to being at the walk, how that worked for you?
I think the first class here was great, but then the walk kind of, I mean, to be out in nature and then to be practicing these things too, like when we stopped at the little, I don't know.
Yeah,
the place where,
Cheeky hut, yeah.
I enjoyed it so much. I thought it was so great. And when you were talking about the heron a minute ago, I was thinking, yeah, and not one of us took out our phones to take a picture because we were all, being so mindful. It just felt so nice to.
Yeah, and that imprint, that memory is great. Cause
yes.
I know too, like, it's interesting because I like being with my camera because it brings me in the present moment, but more times than not, like I now, just talking about that moment, yeah.
Yes.
It was just great. I loved it. And it was very interesting with the Cheeky Hut because I didn't expect you guys to want to meditate as long. I loved it. I was like, this is great.
It was.
Because
really wonderful.
every tour is going to be different, but I loved the meditation that was there. And it was interesting because the Cheeky Hut was right by where the Screech Owl was, where there were so many photographers. But no one bothered us. It was like they all moved away when we came. Like, I guess we came at the right time.
They were still kind of talking, but I noticed when we were finished meditating, I noticed how different their talking sounded. It's like while we were meditating, it just kind of was, it was off there somewhere. But then when we stopped, it was like, oh wow, were they talking like that the whole time? I don't even know.
Yeah, it is interesting, and even though, that's why I say it's important whether you just anchor your heart's highest hope or do a calm thought, because people don't know what it is, but they're attracted to it, and they want it for themselves too, and not that you're doing this for, I mean, you are kind of somewhat doing it for mankind, but, to actually have someone in the same mindset as you, or to have peace being brought into your day. But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I was exhausted afterwards, I will say. But it exceeded my expectations. And I saw something which is funny, and this is like, we're all humans, we're all practicing. Because in the beginning, everyone was walking really fast, and I didn't expect that. But you know what? That's where we were. Everyone, like they did what they did. They know, they're walking, and then by the end of we were definitely meandering.
We were just standing and looking.
Yeah, we were just, yeah. And that's what was funny, just in terms of the good, bad, who knows. Like, we were just paused for a while at a corner, and there was really nothing there, but it just felt like pausing. I don't know, it just was a perfect place to pause, and then something finally made me say, okay, let's go. And at that point, because we paused a certain amount of time, by the time we walked further, that's where the blue heron was, and then all of a sudden it caught the snake. So everything is so orchestrated. Again, good, bad, who knows? You don't know why you have to pause or stay a certain spot. So I invite you all to come. It's open. I know you have to sign up, but you could also come. It's limited to 15, but I wouldn't turn people away, especially from here. And depending, like, we wound up going the long way, but depending on who comes, we could do a short way, a long way. But definitely hydrate and hat. I think that I had my bottle of water, as I always do, in my bag, but I need it in my mouth. That's just something, even now, But yeah, so it was getting warm. So, and then, as we were saying, pictures would be preferred not, but, I'm not going to tell you no. But it's just something to start being aware of. So anyway, if anyone wants to take a picture of that, the 5 hidden causes of a busy mind, just to see where we go: judgment game, resist, persist, attach, catch, time trap, and being in control. And that was a lot of stuff to get through. And I could you can piece each thing apart, but it is a lot. And it's a little overwhelming, I will say, because I think we're sometimes caught up in it ourselves. So I hope my explanation of it helped a little bit, because it is a lot. And if anyone has any direct experiences or questions, by all means, you know, ask away for the few minutes we have left. Or actually, it's 3:30 now, but by all means, I appreciate everyone coming. And you had a quick question,
I
Chad?
would like to get a copy of that.
You could just take a picture with your phone. Yeah. So I'll leave it up for you to do that. And thank you again for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.